Subscribe to Mastermind channel and click the bell icon to get the latest updates of our videos.
So hi guys, this is Barsha and you're watching Mastermind. Well, tomorrow is your History and Civics board exams. So are you all prepared? Do write to us in the comment section below. Well, since tomorrow is your History and Civics board examinations, so in this session we are going to give you some of the last minute tips that will help you for your history exams. So let us start with the video. So since today is the last day for your History and Civics board exams preparations, so what I would like to say here that no need to read anything extra today. Whatever you studied previously from the last 2 or 3 days, you have to revise that thoroughly, because revision is the most important thing. Now if you take any extra information in your brain, then you are going to forget the previous ones, and the previous ones are more important, because now if you study anything extra today, then it is not going to be retained in your mind. Even if you are going to retain it in your mind, you are going to forget the previous things what you have studied. And mind you, if you take extra information, then your brain will be overloaded with so many things that you will get confused and you will mix everything. Like for example, many students mix First World War and Second World War and they write in their text. They write in the examination. So it is not possible for you to take any extra information. You can go through, but first you need to revise twice or thrice the previous things. Whatever you have studied till now, you try. Today is the last day. Since today is the last day, you try to revise whatever you have studied from the beginning till now, and you try to revise that. After that, if you get any extra time, then you can read something. If you are not going to get time only, right? Because so many things are there that your entire day will go in revision only. Well, now I would like to say that you have to be very, very fast in your history examinations. You get only 2 hours time duration, so it is compulsory, it is mandatory that you have to write fast. From the beginning only, try to maintain proper speed so that you can complete your question paper on time. You can write all the answers in time. Time management is very, very important. Well, many of our viewers had commented us that in the last few answers which you write in your board examinations, your handwriting becomes very bad and it is not legible. Even though you mention all the points, all the important points, but your handwriting is not legible. So what to do for it? Well, here I would like to say that it's not only with 1 or 2 person, it's with everyone. Only 2 hours time duration is there, and the question paper in your second part, you have to write it very lengthy, because obviously history you need to write everything in details. You cannot write everything in brief. So it happens with everyone. So what to do for that is try to maintain speed from the beginning only, and do not waste much time in the part 1. In part 1 it is 1 or 2 marks, so try to write accordingly. Do not elaborate your answers, even if you know it is not necessary that you have to write each and everything in your part 1. In part 1 you have to write in brief. For 1 marks you need to write two lines, at least 2 or 3 lines if you know. And for 2 marks question, try to write 4 to 5 lines. Do not extend that, because if you write too much, your time will go in part 1 and you will not get time for your part 2, and you will not be able to complete the last few answers. So it happens with everyone. So try to even if you write fast, even the examiner can understand your problem. Even the examiner who checks your paper, they know that you have not got enough time, so you have written it fast or your handwriting has become messy. But try to write at least in handwriting which the examiner is able to read it properly. Do not make it too dirty that even you are not going to understand. So how will the examiner? It is not possible for the examiner to understand. So at least try to write it in a proper manner so that it can be read. Well, now I would like to discuss with you some of the picture-based questions which are asked in your ICC. Most of you have commented us to make a video on the picture-based questions. So I'll be discussing some of the picture-based questions which are asked in your section B. Most probably it is asked in section B. There are no questions based on picture-based question in your part 1. In part 2 you have picture-based question. One picture-based question you get where a picture is given, and based on that few questions are asked. First question is that you have to go through Lal Bal Pal picture, that is Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal. After that, go through the picture of Dadabhai Naoroji, that is important. Contributions of Dadabhai Naoroji will be asked. Picture will be given. First question will be, who do you see in the picture? You have to write that, what the picture is representing. So you need to write. After that, go to the picture of Dandi March. That is also important. Dandi March by Mahatma Gandhi. Picture will be given of Dandi March and you will be asked questions based on that. After that, go to the picture of Hitler and Benito Mussolini. That is important from your World Wars. From your Second World War, what is Nazism and Fascism and all will be asked. And picture of Hitler or Benito Mussolini can be given. After that, go through the picture of UNESCO, UNICEF and ILO. ILO is International Labour Organization. So go through the picture of UNESCO, UNICEF and ILO, that is International Labour Organization. And go through the important functions of General Assembly also, because might be you will be given the symbol of picture of UNESCO and you will be asked what are the functions of General Assembly in your third part, maybe. The first question which you will be asked is what the picture is representing, what is the symbol given if UNESCO is there, suppose. And second question, what are the 4 functions of the UNESCO? So you need to write that. And maybe the third question can be like, what are the 4 functions of General Assembly? So go through the functions of General Assembly also. Well, I would like to end here. All the best for your board exams. Do well, and time management is important. All the best. If you like this video, then please do give the thumbs up button and subscribe our channel Mastermind.